Okay, so this next recording is going to be on using position in CSS. We're going to use a absolute position here. So this is part 3 of a 6-part series. I think it's going to be a 6-part series. And so we're taking the files that we did in part 2. So if you missed part 2, go to youtube.com/ocdigitalarts. Or if you missed part 1, you can see that one there as well. And so we're going to take the file we worked on before, which is has 4 different IDs, box 1, 2, 3, 4, and the file is called Z-index. So let's save the HTML file as a new name first. So let's say save as, and we'll call this position. No, actually, let's call this absolute because it's more about absolute. Absolute.html. All right, and then in the title, make sure we go up there and change that to absolute position. Okay, now we had a box 1 and a box 2 in the first lesson, box 3 and box 4 in the second lesson. So now we're going to have a box 5 and a box 6, and we're just going to keep on adding to our CSS file. So there's change my IDs to box 5 and box 6, and then go to the style sheet. And let's copy 3 and 4 and rename them as 5 and 6. Okay, so there's 3 and 4, and we're going to rename these as 5 and 6. Okay, and we're going to change some of the styles here. So the first thing we need to change is the position type. So instead of relative, we'll take out the z-indexes because that's from last lesson. Take out both the z-indexes and change the positioning from relative to absolute. And we're going to do this on both of these, both on box 5 and box 6. Okay, and box 5, we're going to keep the margins, the height, the padding, all of it the same, 200. But on box 6, what we're going to do is on the margin top, instead of negative 175, we're going to go negative 25, and we're going to keep the margin left at 180. All right. And the reason is because since it's doing absolute positioning, it's doing its positioning. Well, let's take a look. All right, so let's just go and hit live on this, up into design view, and now you can see that the absolute positioning is based on the actual browser. As before, we were based it on a relative situation, which had to do with the z-indexes as well. So pretty much that's absolute positioning. That's being able to take each box and position it according to the top left-hand corner of your browser. So the spot that's right here, which starts the body tag, you can see my mouth moving around. If I do the crazy little tool there, you can kind of see that. It will move that box 180 pixels to the right. That's because of the margin left 180, and it will move it 25 pixels up. That's from the top line of the border. So that's how absolute position works.